Name?
Shanlo.
Please, go right ahead, Mr. Liu.
It's the set list for the band. I'm sure they won't mind me borrowing it. It's the set list for the band Balboa Swing. The songs are to be played in the following order. Railroad Rhythm, My Love is on the Line, Whistle Stop Swing, Boxcar Boogie, Freight Train Blues. May I enter? I believe my acquaintance went in just ahead of me.
Name?
Jian Liu.
No, wise guy. I'm asking for your name.
'Tis I, Herman Merman, detective extraordinaire.
Herman Merman? And that's your real name?
It is indeed.
So your parents were trying to make things difficult for you?
They were both quite eccentric now that you mention it.
I don't doubt it. All right. I'll have to cross-reference you with the guest list. Nope. You're not on the list. Sorry, but rules are rules. I can't let you in.
Who are you? Are you a member of the band?
No, dummy! Beverly Moore, stage manager and agent to the stars. Here, take my card.
More or less talent agency to the adequate.
That's me.
Is this a handwritten business card?
Yeah, and I'll be needing that card back. I make them bespoke.
Perhaps your agency could, represent me.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you consider yourself to be adequately talented?
I've been called adequate on many occasions.
Do you strive for competency above all else?
Every day.
Is good enough for you?
It's all I can do!
Then let's talk. Which of your skills could be exploited for monetary gain?
You're looking at an established author! Does that count?
No. Everyone knows there's no money in writing.
How do I get my name on the guest list?
All right, I'll be straight with you. Normally, you'd slip me some cash and I'd look the other way, but I can tell you aren't the cash-carrying type. If you want entry, you've got to at least be familiar with the band. I mean, come on. I can't just be letting any random guy through. The talent would be out for blood.
I'll have you know I'm a huge fan of the band.
Is that so? Let's do a little quiz then.
Ooh, is there a prize?
There might be a prize, but you'd have to get all the answers right. What's the name of the band then?
Balboa Swing?
Lucky guess. If you're such a fan, then you know all the songs, right? What song plays before Freight Train Blues?
Boxcar Boogie.
Lucky guess. What song plays after Railroad Rhythm?
My Love is on the Line.
Okay, you know your stuff. Here, I've got something for you.
Is that...
Here, I'll sign it for you. Dear Herman Merman, thank you for being a fan.
What an honor!
Hey, you're the detective that's been hired to case the joint, right?
Sorry, I think you have me confused with someone else.
You ain't fooling anyone by denying it. I heard you were on the scene, snooping around.
I prefer the term investigating.
Listen, I wanted to offer you my services. Just let me know if you're interested, okay?
What services are you offering exactly?
I got a whole load of schemes going on right now.
Don't you mean services?
Yeah, that's what I said, services. Well, I offer your standard basic package. That includes stuff like forgery, blackmail, general intimidation. Higher tier services are more like swindling, wiretapping, all the way up to advanced counterfeiting. Between you and me, though, I'm only in it for the money. My real passion? Poetry.
Has any of your poetry been published?
If you rely on your passion to make money, there's way too much pressure to capitulate, you know? Have I used my art to woo a broad or two? Oh, absolutely. But I'm not risking what I love just to make a quick buck.
Tell me more about the basic package.
So with your basic forgery package, I can fabricate documentation, forge a signature, you know, that kind of thing.
Would you be able to forge my name on a guest list?
A guest list? Yeah, sounds easy enough. I just need a reference to the handwriting you'd want to forge.
I want to hear more about your higher tier service.
Well, my higher tier services aren't available right this minute. I'm already on a job, you see.
On second thought, I've changed my mind.
All right, let me know when you reconsider.
I'm not sure that I want to get roped into any illicit activities.
Nah, I know your type. People like you don't like to get their hands dirty. You'll be back when you can't talk your way through a problem, though.
I'm researching material for my next novel. Any interesting crimes to share?
If I was the sort to openly confess to crimes, I wouldn't be very good at my job now, would I?
Fair enough. I have to go now.
All right, see you around.
Do you think you could forge the handwriting on this business card?
Let me take a look, see. Step into my office. The signature is definitely cursive. Jeez, relax. That's just Nibbles. She's my associate.
Associate? It's a dirty rat!
Nibbles is a mouse, you dummy. And even if she were a rat, she'd be very good at keeping her trap shut. You wouldn't squeal on me, would you, Nibbles? Besides, she's got a real nose for valuables. Just today, she sniffed out this pearl necklace from some rich dame. Oyster pearls kind of creep me out, though. I'm not a big fan of the ocean, personally.
Look, can you forge that signature or not?
This should be pretty easy. Just tell me, what do you need it for?
It's for the green room. I need my name on that list.
That's snot-nosed stage manager giving you trouble, eh? I'll get you backstage, but I need you to do us a favor first.
What sort of favor are we talking about?
Well, there's a large bearded guy in the dining carriage. Mr. Masson. You can't miss him. He's got something I need for my latest job, you see? But the fool's been holding out. I need you to take it off his hands and get it back for me.
If I do this favor, you promise to get me backstage?
Oh, of course. We have a gentleman's agreement, after all.
Why is Mr. Masson holding out on you?
A simple disagreement over payment. He thinks he can hustle me for a bigger price.
I need intel. What can you tell me about Mr. Masson?
Well, he's got a sharp tongue. Likes to run his mouth a lot, you know? His mind is even sharper still. Maybe you could find a way to dull his senses. Get his guard down.
You mean inebriated?
You know, I might have just the recipe. It's potent stuff. Last time I drank this, I couldn't even talk, believe it or not.
Can't you just intimidate him into giving you what you want?
Mr. Masson isn't so easily persuaded. Not through muscle, at least. That's why you gotta put that big detective brain of yours to good use, huh?
What do you need that item for?
Oh, that's for me to know and you to never find out. Gotta keep up that plausible deniability, am I right?
This item you want me to get, what does it look like?
Let's just say it's an unusual item to have on one's person. You'll know it when you see it.
I'll see what I can do.
Catch you later.
Do you take special requests?
Oh, interesting. I've never heard of this one before. Okay, let's give it a shot. One rosebud coming up.
Which table, sir?
The, large, angry gentleman over there. You can't miss him.
Ah, I'm familiar. Good evening, sir. One of your fellow passengers has kindly ordered a drink for you.
No, thank you. I won't have anything until I've ordered my meal.
Very good, sir. I'll leave it at the bar for you.
Yes, just leave me be.
What is it you want? As you can see, we're very busy here.
We're in the middle of dinner prep. What is it?
I'm the health inspector. Were you not informed of my arrival?
Oh, Inspector? Il ne manquait plus ça?
You expect me to just take your word for it? If you come to inspect my kitchen, you better bring identification.
You mean you don't recognize me?
Am I to recognize every vagrant who enters my kitchen claiming to be a health inspector? Don't be absurd.
This attitude will reflect poorly on your health inspection.
Too bad. Now go and cry elsewhere.
I'll have to mark you down for that, I'm afraid.
This is my kitchen. You don't intimidate me.
I'll be right back.
Don't hurry back now.
Hello there.
Beat it, pencil neck. I'm still on break.
Sorry?
I ain't shining shoes right now, you hear me?
Aren't you a little young to be running a shoe shine stand?
I don't know. Aren't you a little old to be a children's entertainer?
I'm no such thing.
There's nothing wrong with running your own business, old man. I'm an entrepreneur.
Can you tell me when the shoe shine stand reopens?
I'll get back to it just as soon as I finish my break. Right now, I've got a lot of investigating to do.
When do you finish your break?
Oh, whenever I feel like it. That's the perk about being your own boss. It's important to have a good work-life balance, you know?
What is that toy set you're playing with?
You don't know about the Dirk Chiselton Jr. Detective Kit?
Enlighten me.
Jeez, you're old. The kit has everything Dirk uses to solve a case. It's practically flying off the shelves.
Everything?
Yeah, look at this. There's an official badge, a lock-picking set, and it even comes with a magnifying glass.
Well, I'm something of a detective myself. Perhaps I could borrow your kit?
Nuh-uh. If you're such a big-shot detective, use your own equipment.
I must admit, I arrived a little, unprepared.
You didn't bring anything? What kind of detective are you?
I may not have physical tools at my disposal, but I did bring the greatest tool of all!
Which is?
A powerful, investigative mind!
An inflated ego doesn't count, mister.
Perhaps I could trade you for the detective kit.
I'm open to the idea, but I doubt you'd have something I want.
How goes business?
With all these rich folk trying to impress each other, business is booming. Between you and me, I like to crawl under the tables and scuff up their boots.
Is that strictly ethical?
It's called being a shrewd businesswoman. Besides, do you think the rich give a hoot about ethics?
I guess not. I'll leave you to it.
Bye.
I'll slip my manuscript inside Dirk Chiselton's cover. Would you like to read the next Detective Chiselton novel early?
Wait, are you serious? I gotta see it, show me! No way, this hasn't even been announced!
So, you're happy to trade?
Oh yeah, this is way better.
Back again, c'est une honte!
Oh, pour qui tu te prends? What is it you want?
I'm the health inspector. Were you not informed of my arrival?
Oh, Inspector? Il ne manquait plus ça?
You expect me to just take your word for it? If you come to inspect my kitchen, you better bring identification.
I believe this badge should serve as satisfactory identification.
You think I can be tricked by a cheap toy for children? You'll have to do better than that.
Ah, my mistake. I'll be back with the correct badge. Could you forge a more convincing detective badge out of this toy?
Ah, you've got a scheme already cooking, I see. Let me take a look at that. See what we're working with here. Yeah. I see the problem. You're not fooling anyone with this at a glance. Just a second. Let me work my magic. A lick of paint here, bit of polish there. All right. Listen, this'll be enough to get your foot in the door. Just don't let them look too long at it, all right?
Thanks!
Back again, c'est une honte!
Oh, pour qui tu te prends? What is it you want?
I'm the health inspector. Were you not informed of my arrival?
Oh, Inspector, il ne manquait plus ça.
You expect me to just take your word for it? Hm. If you come to inspect my kitchen, you better bring identification.
I believe this badge will serve as satisfactory identification.
Oh la vache! Please, accept my apologies, Inspector.
Oh, mon Dieu. I hope this day would never come.
May I have a look around?
But of course! Dépêchez-vous! Get to your stations. This is not a drill.
Greetings.
Rémi Galette, I'm the entremetier. How can I help, Inspector?
What dish are you preparing over here?
Ah, we're preparing oysters with sauce mignonette tonight. I've got to shuck all the oysters in this sack first, though.
Have you ever found a pearl while shucking oysters?
I wish. They're extremely rare. I could shuck thousands of oysters and still never see one.
Ha! Well, perhaps it will be your lucky day.
If you say so, Inspector.
What are your duties in the kitchen?
As the entremetier, it's my job to prepare the entrees. I'll typically be in charge of your hot appetizers, soups, vegetable dishes, that sort of thing. But really, I just do what I'm told.
I see. Do you perform any other kitchen duties?
Well, I'll occasionally assist the chef de cuisine with their taste tests. He doesn't have much of a tolerance due to his condition, you see.
Why do you have to taste all the dishes?
You've got to taste everything before it's plated, Inspector. You wouldn't know if a dish is properly seasoned otherwise. The chef de cuisine is a little sensitive, so I take on that role for him.
Have there been any reported sightings of vermin?
Oh, I hope not. I can't stand the sight of them. Their quick, twitchy movements. Those sharp, gnawing teeth.
Don't forget their beady little eyes.
Ah! Oh, it gives me the creeps.
Are you suggesting you're afraid of rodents?
There's nothing wrong with suriphobia. It's extremely common, you know. You shouldn't talk to me about it, though. You're stressing me out.
I'll let you get back to work.
Merci, Inspector.
Let's reunite these pearls, shall we? You're in charge of this kitchen, I take it.
Oui. François Tatin. I'm the chef de cuisine. How may I assist you, Inspector?
What is this dish you're preparing?
This is our signature dish. Soupe à l'oignon. Onion soup, Inspector.
Ah!
One of our more popular dishes, I might add.
May I sample the onion soup?
I will allow it, but only if it's to our standard. Entremetier, the soup!
Crawling, scratching, nibbling. Don't let it near me.
Entremetier? Fine. I guess I'll have to taste it myself. Ah, perfect. Go ahead, Inspector.
On second thought, I think I'll pass. When did you last have a health inspection?
It's been some time. You know, we don't often encounter traveling health inspectors. Which authority did you say you are from again?
The Merman Institute?
Sounds prestigious.
Your prior inspection. Did it go well?
It was admittedly before Antoine had fully calibrated Fiammetta. Luckily, we were able to extinguish him before there was any lasting damage. That won't happen again, right, Antoine?
Oui, chef. Fiammetta has never been better.
how did you end up aboard the Royce Express?
Is this anecdote part of the inspection?
Perhaps you could indulge me.
Are you sure? It is a tale of woe and misfortune, Inspector.
I'm listening.
I was once hailed as the culinary maestro of Paris, right up until my shameful secret was exposed. Shunned by all my peers. I ended up here.
Tell me, what was your secret?
Are you sure you want to know?
I'm positive.
All right. You see, I was burdened with a geographic tongue.
What? That's your shameful secret?
A side effect of this affliction is a high sensitivity to seasoning. I assure you it's a wretched curse in this line of work, Inspector. As such, I relied on others to sample my creations for me. However, one fateful evening I was caught out. With my reputation ruined, I was banished from Paris in disgrace.
So, you were ousted from culinary society?
Of course. What self-respecting chef is unwilling to sample their own cooking? Lady Unterwald took me under her wing when no one else would.
Are you crying?
No. It's all these onions. This is why I have Remy sample my dishes.
That will be all for now.
Very well.
It was a gift from Mr. Liu.
Well, he can take it back. You think I have the constitution at my age to be playing with fire?
I'll just take a handful. This should add a bit of flair to the kitchen.
How may I assist you, Inspector?
May I sample the onion soup?
I will allow it, but only if it's to our standard. Entre métier! The soup!
Crawling, scratching, nibbling. Its beady eyes stared right through me.
Entre métier? Fine. I guess I'll have to taste it myself.
Chef? It seems the head chef is indisposed. Hello there!
Antoine Cassoulet.
When was this stove last inspected?
Fiammetta isn't for inspection. She's to be admired. Be careful around her, Inspector. She can be very temperamental.
You named your stove Fiammetta?
Oui? She breathes life into the kitchen. Why shouldn't she have a name?
I don't believe that naming your equipment is standard procedure.
Don't let her hear you say that. She's not one to be crossed.
Are you sure this equipment meets safety regulations?
As long as I'm here, you have nothing to fear, Inspector. Fiammetta can be feisty, but she behaves under my watchful eye.
Do you tend to accommodate difficult passengers?
Our passengers have high standards, but it's our job to meet those expectations. Why do you ask? Is this part of the inspection?
Would you consider Mr. Masson a difficult passenger?
Ah, tu te fiches de moi. Don't you speak that name in our presence. What is this? Did you send him here for your little health inspection?
You're not a fan of Mr. Masson, I take it?
He doesn't want anything on the menu.
I noticed.
You think we can just invent new dishes on the spot? I've a good mind to close the kitchen. That'd teach him.
That doesn't sound all that accommodating. You'd really close down the kitchen?
It's not my decision, but I'd refuse their patronage. Let's see them eat without a chef in the kitchen. J'en ai marre. It's our food or nothing at all.
May I have a closer look at Fiammetta?
No. It takes a keen eye to work with Fiammetta. She's been calibrated perfectly. Even a minor adjustment would lead to disaster.
Disaster, you say?
Do you know how long it takes for eyebrows to grow back? Because I do.
That's all for now.
As you wish, Inspector. Fiammetta, what have you done?
I apologize, sir, but the kitchen is closed due to an incident.
I suppose it was too much to ask for a meal with a hint of imagination.
Would you care to order a drink instead?
I suppose I have no choice. Be gone.
I believe my guest is ready for his drink now.
Good evening, sir. One of your fellow passengers has kindly ordered a drink for you.
Fine. If I can't have a meal, I might as well have a drink.
Enjoy, sir.
Well, here's to a new libation. Rose was...
Ah! This must be what Don was looking for.
That's it! I can't believe you actually pulled it off. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I underestimated you. A deal's a deal. So, take this.
I'll have to be quick.
Hey! No touching the list!
It won't happen again. Hello again.
Herman, how's it going?
Can you check the guest list again?
Let's see. Sorry, you're not... Oh, wait. Herman Merman. It says it right here. Why didn't you say you were on the list already?
We must have both misread it.
That's odd. I'd swear it wasn't there before. Please, go right ahead, Mr. Merman.
Thank you. Hello, gentlemen.
Who's this guy?
No idea. He wasn't on the guest list.
I'm looking for someone. Did you see Mr. Liu come in here?
Jean? Yeah, he was here.
It said he needed to adjust something backstage.
Can we help you with something?
Aren't you meant to be on stage right now?
That was the plan, right up until some drongo pinched our set list.
Is that so? I'm afraid I wouldn't know anything about that.
When we find that crook, I'm gonna show them the business end of my drumsticks.
Bloody oath.
Why would you need a set list in order to play?
It's the principle of the matter. We had the whole set finely tuned.
Every tune flowing into the next, it was pure enchantment.
What's the point of putting on a lesser performance? We'd rather not play at all.
Are you really not going to play any more music?
We'll probably get back up there. I just don't feel all that inspired right now.
We've been demoralized, that's what.
You said Mr. Liu was backstage?
He's probably making further adjustments. Everything's got to sound just right, you see. I heard Mr. Liu's been trying to win over Lady Unterwald for weeks.
He's got an eye for the details, that's for sure.
Why does Mr. Liu have access to the green room?
Mr. Liu's the bloke who got us the gig in the first place.
Recommended us to Lady Unterwald personally.
He's been pulling out all the stops to win her over.
He's a good sport, though. Even played a few rounds of knifey stab with us.
Better yet, he's awful at it.
He's lost so many times that he refuses to play now.
Dare I ask what knifey stab is?
You don't know about knifey stab? Oh, it's a riot. You're looking at the reigning champ.
We sometimes call it the five-finger fillet.
So, it's a card game of sorts?
No, it's a little edgier than that.
What game are you playing now?
We're just playing a friendly game of poker.
It's gonna turn bloody unfriendly if you keep winning all these hands, eh?
Shh! I'm trying to concentrate.
How's the music business treating you?
Yeah, decent. We've got fans clamoring for more shows.
I'm glad we found Miss Goldsmith. She really tied our sound together.
We were piss poor before she arrived on the scene. Isn't that right, Suze?
No, it was nothing.
I'll leave you to your game.
See you around.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Are you leaving already?
I'm afraid I have other lines of inquiry.
Nah, why don't you play one round of knifey stab with us?
Come on, we haven't had a new player in a while.
Go on.
Fine. What sort of game is it?
Here, I'll go first. You're playing with the big boys now. You better watch and learn.
Whoa, such speed!
Incredible control.
Ha-ha! Not a scratch on me. All right, show us what you've got.
Ah! I think I've changed my mind.
Nah, go on, just give it a try.
Oh, so far, so good.
You're a natural.
It's easier than it looks.
Blimey, it's gone in like a hot knife through butter.
Is that, blood? Ooh, I'm feeling a little woozy.
He's taken a tumble.
Somebody get the doctor!